complete. So we have Sarah, we have Liz, Mimi.
Yes, we are complete.
Everybody. Guys, you are in a quiet moment, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going live in FB?
Yeah, in FB. Did you share the link, guys, in the Facebook group, Wendy?
No, I share it to WhatsApp and SO.
Because it's easier that way. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna introduce you to our panelists. So you want to introduce, guys, yourselves? First is Karen. Where are you, Karen? Are you having lunch?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen. I'm a domestic worker, member of a MediaCom working group of the Voice of Domestic Worker. I've been 7 years here in UK.
Okay. Okay, next. Who's next? Sarah?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sarah. I'm currently working as a domestic worker here in UK. And at the same time, I am a member of the Voice of Domestic Workers, and I'm proud of it. That's all.
Thank you. So next is Liz, Mimi.
Hello, everybody. All happy International Domestic Workers Day, all domestic workers. My name is Liz, currently working here as a carer, and I've been here as a member of domestic workers for almost 3 years now, and I'm also a member of welfare working group.
Okay. So next, not the least, Wendy.
Hi, my name is Wendy. I am the leader of the Media Communication Working Group, and I'm working here in UK for almost 2 years, and I'm proud member of the Voice of Domestic Workers. Happy International Workers Day.
Okay.
Domestic Workers
Thank
Day.
you, ladies. Before we go on, I just want to explain why June 16 become International Domestic Workers Day. Because when we won the ILO convention, the world voted for this convention on domestic workers, decent work for domestic workers. That was June 16, 2011. So we are now in 9 years of celebration of the ILO Convention 189. So alongside, we call it International Domestic Workers Day. Because take the opportunity to campaign for better rights and protection for migrant domestic workers and domestic workers, not just in the UK, but all over the world. So next, okay. Because guys, we need to ask you because we want the people to understand the work condition of migrant domestic workers. Why are we campaigning? Why are we asking for the reinstatement of the pre-2012? What are those pre-2012? I think Narisa, you will balance the panel since you are in the old overseas domestic worker visa, just like me. Narisa and I are both British, and why we can be British? Why you couldn't? Why? How do you feel that way? So okay, so my question is, you know, most of you, I think we rescue you, we shelter, we help you find job, and then until you found the classes, you know, and then you actively participate to help with the work of the Voice of Domestic Workers, and you yourselves are also helping in rescuing your fellow domestic workers now. So which I think what we really want everybody to apply, you know, what we shared with you. Okay. But after, when you were here already, you managed to escape from your abusive employer. How do you feel when you found out that you have no rights in the UK? When I say no rights, especially those in the 2012, you had no right to change employer. You had no right to renew your visa. You have no right to settlement. Once you cannot renew your visa, of course, automatic you all become undocumented. How do you feel when there was nothing at all for you here in the UK? Because I think uh, you were all in similar situation the way before you escaped from your abusive employer. Who want to answer first?
For me,
Mimi.
it was like big question mark. It's like, what happened next? Where we go next? Same as where we don't have any rights. Now that we are here, okay, and the hope and the hoping that we can get our rights. We go back and come back and see our family. But now it's like, what's gonna happen? What happened next? Where are we going?
Okay.
You know, that's for me.
Okay.
Very devastated.
Okay. Who wants to answer also the question?
Yes, in addition to at least Mimi, what I feel when I found out that I don't have any rights here in UK, I could feel that it's like it's like, you know, like when they said it's like you are in the cage, because if you know that you don't have any you don't have any rights, only your choose that you can make is to take what is left, to take what is offered, though it is not below on the standard, something like that, because you don't have a choice. So in order to survive, you have to take it, whether it is you will say you will, I mean, it is not right. Some people saying that, oh, people, you was, um, I mean, is you are the one who is allowing you to, um, allowing you, your employer to abuse you. It's because you let it. For me, I could, no, for me, that is really long, because if you don't have any choice, for example, you don't know how to, you don't know how to find a job, you don't have a references, who will gonna hire you? You don't have any someone, because back home we are doing it manually. It's not like an online. Here online we are not common, we don't know, we will not gonna apply as a domestic workers if we are really skilled or we know everything. So for me, it's like, so what we are doing is, for example, I help you to escape. So I recommend you to the family. So that family know you, know their situation. It means know that family before I enter, know my story, know my weakness. She know my weakness. She know where she gonna attack me. So that's the thing that I I mean, it's that's their chance. They are taking that for granted, your weakness, because you know you don't have a right. For example, this COVID-19, my employer know what happened to me. I'm illegal. I just recommend to my friend because I was not able to find a job. Okay, she know, and then after that, after the COVID-19, she said that, oh, sorry, we cannot, you cannot go continue to your job. So I don't have a choice. Okay, I have to go. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting for my friends that maybe they can recommend me for me another job. Okay, so since my employer knew what is my weakness, and she realized that she cannot do her job alone. After 2 months, she called me. Oh, how are you? Something like that. Are you okay? Of course, you know already what my consequences after I left from her. She said, you can work with us if you like, but 40 hours in a 200 pound in a week.
So how
So
many
as me,
hours?
for me, I don't have an option. So I take
How
it.
many hours is that?
For 40 hours a week
40 hours a week. Yeah,
in a
that's
200 pound. So I
so,
don't
okay.
have a. Oh,
Yeah, so everybody, if you calculate 24, 40, 250, Sarah?
no, 200 at first, but I said, maybe you can make it 250. And then she agreed.
Yeah, 250 divided by 40 hours. So that's very down to the minimum wage.
That's, yeah, so it's like you cannot say that you are the one who is letting your boss to exploit you, because no, I am the one. I am begging. In fact, I am very thankful that there is something offer
Okay.
for me.
Sarah, what you are saying, employer is abusing you because they
Allow it.
know the system doesn't protect you. There's no protection for you. That they know
Exactly, because she know
power
I am
and
undocumented.
right.
She know that I
Yeah.
don't have anything. She know I don't have family here where I can go. So she know my consequences.
Okay. Okay. So I think Sarah is talking about the need of the policy to change so that she can fight back, because right now she couldn't fight back because she has no rights at all. And I think, Liz, how do you feel going back to you? How do you? I know, guys. Whenever I go home, sometimes my luggage is very full already. I accept what you ask me to bring to your family because I know you couldn't go home and I know it's hard. Yeah. So I think uh, that's one thing that is not really happening, that I can go and visit my family in the Philippines. Why you couldn't do it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Narisa, who else do you want to share? Wendy, you want to share?
For me, because they forced me to apply in the national referral mechanism, but right now it's ended that I am undocumented, and I feel that I'm a shadow worker right now, because working without legal documents, or you don't have legal right to work, it's very hard for us to fight for our employer, because they are know that we are undocumented, they are know that we are vulnerable, and they use that for to threaten me or to threaten us. Like, if you fight with them, it's ended that you can be jobless. So
Mm,
yeah, so that happened again when I'm in my previous job. They abuse me in terms of no day off, they abuse me in terms of lower salary, and then they abuse me verbally. That's it.
okay. I think that summarizes it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
summarize.
oh, Karen, you want to say anything?
Yeah, the first time I came here, I disappointed, upset, and nervous, really, because I ran away at my employer because of my bad situation that I have with them. I thought when I'm here in United Kingdom, I will be free, but still the same because I'm undocumented. I don't have right to work, and most of all, I will hide to the immigration people because I am scared that if they arrest me, they will send me back to the to country.
So you are afraid of arrest and deportation. So that's why you accept whatever your employers is going to you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just to clarify, because we don't want the raid of immigration. So when you say undocumented, is actually you're referring to you have no you are not holding any documents to prove that your legal rights here. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to clarify that. Okay, but we will go to that question that will answer that.
Ate Marisa, I think we are not talking about my situation, your situation, or Ate Marisa's situation. I think we are bringing now all of the rights of domestic workers. So you might have a document that we are talking about is maybe the others don't have a
Yeah.
document. We generalize it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just it's good to clarify that, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nerissa, you are under the old visa. Let's see what's your difference from them. So you are from did you suffer abuse as well, even you have proper documents?
Actually, hello everyone. First of all, hello everyone. Yes, actually, I also experienced being abused here, but the only thing is, I had on that time when I came here to UK, I was under the renewal of visa, which was before 2012. So even being abused, I was able to renew my visa every year. And then, so guys, I agree with all you, with all the loads of what you are having right now. I feel the loads of your burden. I feel the loads of your fear. But then what I can say is being a domestic worker is a proper job, is a decent job. So being under the old domestic worker visa, I was able to renew my visa every year. I was able to get to register to NHS. I was able to contribute to the national insurance, and I was able to pay for my tax insurance. And then I was able to travel. So that's why every year I go back to Philippines to see my family. And every year,
And you're
even
paying tax
sometimes, even sometimes if there's an emergency in the Philippines, I was able to go back twice a year. So
Okay.
that's the only difference, that under the old visa, domestic worker visa, which is renewable, we referring to the current situation today of the end of the domestic worker visa, which they issued visas for the domestic workers, which is only valid for only 6 months. So I'm encouraging the government, that why don't they bring back
Old.
the old domestic worker visa, so that all domestic workers who are working here, they can have also the rights, to move freely, to
Yeah, but
travel.
we will go there later on, Nerissa. But I think what Nerissa has pointed out is really important, that when the time during the when we because Nerissa and I are both in the under all the visa, the time that we escape from abusive employer, the rights, that we never know, right? That we could actually renew the visa, we could change employer, we could renew visa, we could settle her. It was there when we needed it most, and not like them that they are already escaping from abusive employer only to enter in another abusive system. So that's the current situation at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Thank you for that. So, Robin, Rahul, IT tutor, Elijah, uh, Body and Mind tutor, Roman Berry are all very proud if they see all your work. Yeah. So these are all the product of what you've learned with the classes. So
Bravo.
well done.
Worth it.
There will be more videos, guys. So watch out for this. Okay, so we need to go to our next question, but I think the message, of Wendy's poem is the solidarity. We have one another, but also I think I agree with the webinar last Sunday. The world will not function without domestic workers.
Yeah.
So next question. Uh, who among you guys in the NRM right now? When I say NRM, National Referral Mechanism, it's the mechanism that identify you whether you are trafficked or not. So meaning to say you need to prove to go under this process or protection, you have to prove that you are victim of modern slavery or trafficking. So who among you are in the NRM?
I am under
Me.
NRM.
So Sarah,
Yes.
Liz,
I
Mimi?
am NRM,
Yeah,
yes.
you are in the NRM. Wendy, you are in the
Yeah.
NRM. Okay.
Yeah.
My question to you, ladies, do you think national referral mechanism is the right protection for you? And why? I want you to share how people will understand what is this, what's the process that you've gone through, the difficulties. If you can share that with us, I think to help everybody understand. Because when you talk about national referral mechanism, trafficking law, modern slavery, what is this all about? So I think you've gone through to that, so it is you who can explain it better. So you want to go first, Wendy?
For me, it's no,
It's not
because
the right protection. Okay.
yeah, it's like it's make my life stressful, because right now I receive the negative conclusive ground. So after the long process, or the long fighting for the national referral mechanism, it's ended me to become, or to become negative, because I need to prove that I abuse and being trafficked. But the problem, I don't have evidence, I don't have witness, and the because
It's your words against your employers because I think they also interviewed your employers.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they believe
yeah,
more your employer than you.
yeah. But the problem, they are the one who forced me to apply under the national referral mechanism.
Okay.
Because before, my life is like smooth. I don't need to worry. But since they put me in the national referral mechanism, I need to follow the rules. I need to attend the meeting for my caseworker, and I need to manage my time. I need to I need to enjoy myself. But if I have meeting to my caseworker, I need to half my day off, because right now I only have one day off, so I don't have time to enjoy myself. It's the same.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Liz? What's your experience in the national referral mechanism?
I am now under a national referral mechanism for over 2 years. At the beginning, I didn't focus because I am worried. I might stay longer, or I might be home soon. And I was thinking, of course, about my children's future. And my answer is no. This is not what we need. What we need is a permanent protection. We've been from a bad situation with previous abusive lawyer, and now we're here trying to cope up, doing the right thing, obey the government. NRM is a stressful way of coping. We need to remember again and again and again our fear. You know, in my own opinion, at the end, I want
Mm.
I want to say this. I want to advise. I want to take the opportunity of being here live to say that, in my own opinion, why government will not allow us the right to at least renew our visa. We don't want to be burdened in the society. Sorry for that. We don't want to be in the society and its welfare system, whereas we are willing to work and taxes back into the system. And also, most of us, our mothers, we sacrifice motherhood for our children to give the good future for them. Our children misses us, and it's difficult for us as a mother. So they are the reason why we are working abroad. And we're now in UK for our rights. And I hope the government is now listening to us for this campaign. It's really sad. Sorry, I become so emotional.
Yeah. Okay, just to explain everybody what Liz Mimi is saying about she doesn't need the 35 pounds per week support, given that she can work, she has right to work. Although you have right to work, but because of this, you need to go and attend to all this. You couldn't work properly, yeah? So you
Yes,
limit your time of work because you need time for in attending all this investigation,
yes,
yeah,
Yeah,
meeting,
yeah,
yeah, so
yes,
many meetings in this national referral
yes,
mechanism. So you all
yes.
have
Oh,
to control your hours of work so you have other time, yeah.
yes. And
And
also,
what you're saying, given the right to work that recognize you as workers, you don't actually need this 35 pounds as long as you can
yeah,
properly. So,
yes, this is,
but
and also,
also because while in the NRM system, you actually couldn't go home and see your family. Yeah. So how
yes,
like you are 2 years now in the NR. I think most of you guys are already 2 years. Yeah.
yes.
Not
Oh,
yet
Yeah,
more
so
than
so
1 year.
only
in
1 year.
years you never see your family. So that's the complication of this national referral mechanism. Compared to overseas domestic worker visa, they allow you to renew your visa. You just continue to work, pay the
Yeah,
national insurance and tax, and
yes,
yeah,
yeah, the better condition you have because you can fight back your employer. You can bring them,
yeah,
you can take them to court, but right now you couldn't do that.
no.
yes.
Okay, so who else? Sarah, what can you say about NRM, National Referral Mechanism?
What I can say in the NRM, it's like if you don't know anyone here, you will be blindfolded. I mean, it's okay because at least there is someone who will guide you that this is your we're gonna do because you don't know the system.
Mm.
But my question to the NRM is, they define that you will receive a appropriate protection and support. So based on my study, they say that it's for support. I was homeless before, and it's like, where is the support? They need from me as like evidence. I mean, being homeless, being not seeing my family for many years, being exploited and trafficked is not enough as an evidence. If they want I don't have a time because for me, my aim is just to escape safely from my employer, not to take any evidence. I didn't think about that because I don't know that there is an NRM here, there is some system like I don't know. But I think they should to focus. Uh, what's the real situation is. They should to take. They should to respond to those urgent vulnerable situation.
Okay.
Because every one of us have different cases. So what happened to me, it's like if I didn't find a Filipino here who helped me, who sheltered me, what will be happen now? It's almost 1 year. And if I'm with not Filipinos I met, I'm on the street, where I'm gonna go? It takes time. It takes time here. You're already exploited and traffic in Middle East. You will also takes that wait for many years here in UK, and it really
So
Yeah,
in short, I'm having in short case, so I think most of you came from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, from different countries in Saudi Arabia, yeah?
yes.
What you are saying is your situation is the same. Your situation before is also the same here in the UK because of this current system that they have, that you have to go through this national referral mechanism by force, because that's the only available option for you.
exactly
Yeah, there's no other option for you.
option.
And also the problem also why most of you are not working more hours because of the legal aid. Once you earn more than 730 pounds, that
Yeah.
is already disqualify you to access the legal aid,
Yeah,
pay
Yeah.
your
that's true.
visitor. So and to pay solicitor is a lot of money. Your 730 pounds is not even enough.
Mhm.
Need to eat yourself, and how about your family? Yeah, so that's why it limit your, you know, your income, your ability to work. It limit where in fact you do want to work full time. You do want to have proper and good salary, but because the system doesn't allow you, so that's why we are asking for the reinstatement of the rights of domestic workers before.
Yeah,
Because if you are not undocumented, you have legal documentation, you have proper visa, whatever abuse you can fight back. But right now you couldn't.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Karen, did you apply in NRM?
I applied last time, but just for me, NRM is not the right place
Yeah.
for an undocumented domestic worker, because the NRM is only recognized documented domestic worker from runaway if she's from under trafficking or modern slavery. But as undocumented domestic workers, we want the rights as a domestic worker here. We are want our the one we want, not the NRM, because even we have a lot of evidence, the NRM still give you a negative decision.
I remember Wendy telling me, Ate, it seems they asked me to apply, they forced me to apply only to tell me, go home, you're not traffic, which
But
is very sad, yeah.
it's very
Yeah,
difficult, because even if you are trafficking, the NRM is still looking for the massive documents.
Yeah,
That
and you
they
don't have
have.
that documents. Because when
Yeah,
you run away, you actually have the clothes you are wearing only,
yeah.
nothing.
yeah,
No
You
sign
don't
of
Yes,
have money.
money.
exactly.
You don't have money, and you don't know where you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen so many guys since the founding of the then Justice for Domestic Workers, which now renamed as the Voice of Domestic Workers. And since 2009, I've seen so many domestic workers. Some of them had been raped. Some of them had been poured by hot water. Some of them had been ironed. You know, their hand had been ironed.
Iron.
Had been beaten. Yeah, so I've seen it in my own eyes. So I think that's the reason why we have the voice of domestic workers. There is a need for us to, to fight back to against all these different forms of abuse, because we're not in Victorian time, in this modern days when
It's modern.
it is happening. So it is very sad that UK is really is practicing this kafala system of
yeah.
United
Kavala system, Saudi
kafala
Arabia.
of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, yeah, in
Yeah,
the Middle East.
Middle East.
Okay, yeah, well done, guys. Is Nerissa there? You want to say? Do you agree, Nerissa, with what they've said?
Yes, there's no doubt with that NRM. It's really a stress for the domestic workers.
It's not the right, because domestic workers are workers and not victims of trafficking. While we don't oppose to this law, we just, because there are domestic workers who are really traffic victims, yeah. But domestic workers are being victimized because of the lack of protection as workers. There's
Yeah.
absence there. Okay, so they couldn't access these rights, or under the law, all employment rights apply to you. But because of many of domestic workers become undocumented, they couldn't fight back. Yeah, of course they are
Yeah.
all hiding, afraid of being arrested and deported.
Yeah.
Okay.
With addition to this,
Yeah.
with addition to this, NRM really, they're trying to really squeeze you to the extent that every single penny that you are having with you. Because I remember when I said the truth to them, that where is this amount that you earn this month, blah blah blah. And I did say to them that I send a cargo or a box to my children, because obviously this is the only way of showing our love to our children, buying their stuff. And even
Yeah.
this, they will question you. And this is really turned me off of continue
Yeah.
this case.
No privacy at all, even your expenses.
Yeah,
Everything
they
is
don't
really
even consider this.
yeah.
Yeah, because you need to show how much you are earning. So
Yes.
you need to show the remittance receipt.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you're not telling lies.
Yes.
Yeah, everything
And
you need to prove.
And so that's why I would rather choose to stay with this employer that I only earn 200 a week, 800 a month, because I'm not gonna pay for the solicitor, or I'm not, because
Yeah, because you see the hypocrisy, guys. They force you to apply. Only you will still need to pay. Supposed to be everything you should access, with legal aid. But because of the cap, that only
yeah,
630. I think having 800 pounds a month, Liz, Mimi,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
already over. And then, so that's why I could
Yeah, still
understand
over.
your frustration that you have to prove
to
that
prove,
800 is actually not enough for
yeah,
monthly expenses that you need for your family and to yourself. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
Because,
guys. I hope our listeners who can support us in our campaigns. That's Sarah who made the video. Well done, Sarah. Very good IT skills. The way you
Iyak ako.
tell your story. Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very touching.
Okay, we're back to our panelists. We are moving on, guys. I know it was a difficult situation a while ago. But moving on, what do you want to change? What do you want to change with your current situation now? What do you want to change? Yeah, there are many people watching us now. And this will be here always because we put it live so anyone can watch you. It could be an MP, it could be a policy maker, it could be a journalist. What do you want to change? Who wants to answer first?
For me, what I want to change is like, first, they should to give response immediately to vulnerable domestic workers who are undocumented, because undocumented is really a very tough, I could say. It's not only about that you don't have a rights to work, you cannot travel, you cannot see your family. For me, it's like, because I'm undocumented, I got a threat. It's being alone in this country is very tough, because you are isolated. You don't have family. So sometimes you need to chill, you need to get to know each other, some people, something like that, or maybe dating, because you want to erase you want to erase that loneliness from what is inside on you. But what I did that, I tried that one, because I don't want to die alone in my room. I did that. I met one guy, and it's like he want take from me like sexual abuse. So I fight back, and I got a threat from him. He said that luckily I am with my friend that time, his friend. And then he got a threat for me. He said that, wait for, I know your address. Wait for tomorrow. The home office will gonna raid you. I said, oh no, this is very horrible. So it's like, yeah, it's not, you are close, you are afraid to mingle to the people, they will attack you. That's what I feel, being undocumented. So I hope that the government will take a look of this situation.
So do you want to legalize the status of migrant?
Yes.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
raise my voice, to do what makes me happy while I am young.
I only hope, Sarah, those domestic workers like you are brave enough to speak out like you. Yeah, because we have
Yes.
bigger voice, we have a stronger voice if we are many. Okay.
Yes, but some are afraid. They are really
We
afraid.
understand, but hoping they also know that the bigger we are, the stronger we are after they.
Yeah. So I hope. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope that I could feel from the home office that they are our allies, because the people using home office against us, and yeah, they are using home office if they cannot take anything from us.
Yeah. They're using the current system to threat
Yes.
to take advantage of you, and not just your
Yes.
employer taking advantage, but those men, are using this for the sexual advances. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's very good, Sarah, that you stand up, against this kind of sexual violence. Because
Yeah.
very good, Sarah.
Ah,
Liz, what do you want to change?
For me, very simple. Consider us, acknowledge us, give us the right to stay here legal. And if you are really after the humanity or treating us as a human being, we have a feeling. So consider it. Give us a chance to see our family, and give us also a chance to come back here to provide for our family. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have this slogan. We care for families, but we also need and love our families, our
Yes,
own families. Yeah.
yes,
So you're calling for right to remain, which means the right to renew the visa that allow you to.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Because if
Even
you
just
have that,
that.
you can go home and you can come
Yes,
back again. Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because
So
Yeah.
it's not just easy to say that yes, you love your family, but you cannot provide your family.
yeah.
Yeah, thank
Okay. Thank you, ladies. Wendy. Oh, Karen, you want to go first, Karen? What do
Yeah.
you
For me,
think, Karen?
I
Wendy.
want to change the law
Okay.
regarding the rights of the domestic workers. Like they need to reinstate the right to renew the visa, the right to settlement, and the right to British citizenship. Because right now, since they not treated as a worker, they excluded us for having the benefits like the 80% for those workers, And right now, most of the domestic workers doesn't have a job, and they don't have money. They cannot send money through going to their family. So I want to change that, and I want to change also the mindset of the people who discriminate the work as a domestic worker.
Mm, okay. So
Because
you okay.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
domestic worker is a decent work because this is the work that we provide the needs of our families.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's true.
yeah, it's true, guys. It's very true. So Wendy also not just touched the rights of domestic workers, but also she talked about the exclusion of government scheme, like 80% salary of the workers if they isolate themselves during this COVID-19.
Yeah,
That means
they
mandatory they
easily
close
terminated
the,
the domestic workers.
but during this COVID lockdown, many domestic workers were terminated. They also, infected by COVID-19 because they live and work in the family. You guys, I understand you are all overworked because you are forced to work even during
Even
your
Sunday. Yeah.
yeah, because you couldn't go out because of the lockdown. So they took advantage of you. Instead of giving you additional salary because your working hours are longer, they
They deducted me.
They deducted.
they deducted your salary, which is
Yeah.
very unfair. But you couldn't complain because you rather stay than lose your job.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And become homeless.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Good. Difficult topic. I understand, Wendy. Sorry, you have to cry. But we need to let people understand that we are not taking any benefits at all. Yeah. And that's also the reason why the Voice of Domestic Workers put up the hardship fund appeal to help you guys. I know you are all receiving regularly from our hardship fund. So, Karen, you have something to add? Moving on, what do you want to change?
I want to tell only the government to change the tide visa from domestic worker to the employer. And they they will recognize a domestic worker as a worker and renew the visa for after 6 months so that we can renew it and we can go back home to our family and we can come back here.
Mm, okay. So, because right now you're not even having an annual leave, yeah? Yeah, even, yeah. So, even, supposed to be, even you're not going, even you're not going home, they should give you at least 1 month to have holiday, yeah? But that is not happening because of your situation. So, there's so much inequality, injustice, because at the moment in the current immigration rules, the point-based system, only domestic workers are not allowed to renew your visa. All other workers could renew the visa. Why? So this is a very clear discrimination against migrant domestic workers. I think for UK to claim that they are the model in fighting or eradicating modern slavery and trafficking, I think is far below, because the domestic workers situation, the concrete evidence of actually the current UK system facilitates this abuse of abusive employers to abuse migrant domestic workers. And thank you for your patience watching us today in celebration of International Domestic Workers. Yes, Okay,
Yes.
what I want you to say, guys, in group. And I hope those who are watching can say the same at the same time to with us. I support domestic workers' rights. Happy National Domestic Workers Day. Maybe we
Happy
can put you in.
Workers'
Yay. Okay. So you know what to say, guys? I support domestic workers' rights. Happy International
Happy
Domestic
International Workers' Day.
Workers Day. 1, 2, 3. Go. I
I
support
support domestic
National
workers' rights.
rights.
Happy
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 International
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 Domestic
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 Workers
Workers'
Workers' Day.
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 Let's organize, let's campaign.
Let's
Organize, let's
organize, let's
campaign.
campaign.
Okay.